Hey guys, welcome back to Foot Talk to Me. This is your host Naason. Always happy to be here. Here's my boy Abel accompanying me today in our episode. Abel, how are you doing today?
Good.
Cool, man. It looks like you're in Amsterdam, huh?
Yeah, I came to look at the Ajax versus the Benfica game. Very surprising draws. Surprising outcome. But yeah,
Upsets. For sure, upsets. That
yeah.
was that one was an upset in my opinion. That one and the Villarreal versus Juventus. That one was an upset too. But since you're here, of course, there's so much we can cover. But I just want to focus on PSG and United too. But let's start with PSG before anything. So
I
Champions League, PSG, Real Madrid. Won first leg, lost second leg, lost overall. What are your thoughts on this, Abel Main? Do you feel like PSG or Real Madrid deserve to win? Or was it unfair? What does it PSG deserve to win? What's your thought process when it comes to this?
um so remember in the beginning when the draw came, it was a lot of confusion, and then Real Madrid got mad because they ended up getting PSG when they had another. I forgot what team it was, but it was easy for them. A team that they could probably beat with ease, but they got PSG, and this is like the most anticipated match. PSG ended up winning the first game. A lot of people thought it'd be a tie, or Real Madrid would win.
Right.
Real Madrid came in as favorites, in my opinion, but PSG surprised the world, and they got a win. They should have had more goals in that game, but um, they came in with the win, and then they came in confident to the second leg. But a lot of people thought Real Madrid could get a comeback, and then there was a lot of people that thought PSG could win. It was
Right.
after the second leg, it was like a coin toss, but we saw the game, and Real Madrid deservedly won the game. At least that's what I think. I think that was a good game,
Mm-hmm.
and I think PSG, like, they have it in their DNA. They like to bottle, so that's their fault. It's not like there was a mistake from the referee or anything. I think Real Madrid
Right.
deserved the win. As a PSG fan, I thought that Real Madrid was gonna win, but when Mbappe scored that goal, I was like, they gotta win now. Like, there's no excuse.
Right.
They're winning 2-0, and they were like, what, the 60th minute or 70th minute when Benzema
Right.
finally scored, and the Donnarumma mistake. That's when everything went really chaotic,
Downhill.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's when the PSG started to crumble in their defense and throughout their whole team.
So you mentioned this very important. They bottled it. People were calling them bottle merchants and whatnot. Rightfully so. Perhaps one may argue. This is something that we spoke about, you and I personally. They bottled it against Barcelona a few years back. Same thing with United, and now with Real Madrid, where times in which they have, when it comes to the knockout stage, they have the lead. Which comes second leg, they blow it. I think the furthest they've gone was to the final against Bayern not too long ago. But yes, she are very notorious for bottling it. Able. What does PSG need in order to actually win the Champions League? They've invested so much money into the team. They've brought world-class players into the team, but yet cannot win the Champions League. What do you think that the organization needs, the team needs?
Um, I think they should stop buying stars, and they should actually buy players that they actually need, like maybe players under the radar. A lot of people say also their ego, in the dressing
Yeah.
room, a lot of superstars, stuff like that. A very toxic environment. What people would say, which could probably which is most likely probably true,
Right.
as we can see the media, how they see what
Betray
happens in
them.
there and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, like there was like um, there's always toxic rumors and stuff like that inside the dressing room, like the Donnarumma and Neymar fight, which
Yeah.
Neymar confirmed that wasn't really true. Sometimes the media just like to stir up drama and stuff like that. But that is true though. Like there is, even if that wasn't true about the fight, they do have a toxic environment, and something that they really do need to fix. Because if each year, like, if that happens each year, that they're never going to win the Champions League. Pochettino probably finding his way out. They should probably find a coach that can actually adapt to this team because every coach before Pochettino, like Emery, who else?
Ancelotti, Tuchel was there
Tuchel.
too.
Yeah, I mean, Ancelotti was doing pretty good. He kind of like made the team more noticeable for
He was
versus
part of the rebuild for sure.
yeah. And then after that, it was the team they would get better, but at the same time, their goal is to win the Champions League. That's the only thing they really want. That's the only thing they need. But they can't win it because of problems like the environment and problems like the players they buy, the coaches they get. They need something that they can all like, how do I say this?
Push them to the
Like,
next level and win it.
yeah, but
Actually win it.
yeah, but like they like something that they all can like all work together. Like, how do I say this?
Like unity.
Yeah, like a unit, like something that will work perfect in a unity, like something like that. Like Pochettino, like we heard that he didn't even want to be in PSG anymore after like the first 2 months or something like that. Someone that really wants to be there, players that really want to play for the badge. I talked about with you and Hess about there's not really that many icons in PSG. You could probably just say Verratti, but that's about it. There's not really players that really play for the badge for that club. They need to find players like that.
Yeah, like I make this argument a lot, and I feel like people could agree with me, relate to it with me. It's like Messi, for example. Messi just, and it's obvious, and maybe for obvious reasons, it's understandable or even justified. But like Messi, for example, he just doesn't show the same passion, the same drive, the same effort to actually win games in PSG as opposed to whenever he was in Barcelona. Like PSG right now is like, I mean, they have Neymar, they have Mbappe, they have Messi. When Messi was going to PSG, people thought like, wow, they're OP, they're overpowered. And so I don't know. I personally think you're right in that sense. How there's no passion for it for the badge, as you said. They're just. I mean, I don't want to say they're there for the money. I mean, that would be an extreme argument. But there is a lot of it's a toxic environment. Did you hear about the president? What he did, like whenever he lost a match, he was raging, he was fuming. He went through I guess he was in locker rooms or something looking for like the referees, and he even accidentally ran into somebody's office and told them that he was going to kill them or something. What do you think of that? Do you justify that? Is that justifiable behavior, or does this just add on to the toxic and ambiance that's in the locker room?
Yeah, that just proves to the people how this club can be have this toxic environment, this benevolent behavior. They're not like other clubs that play for passion, or not like other clubs that aren't as toxic as this club. There's not many presidents that would go around and say that type of stuff.
I mean, I mean, at least from the years I've watched soccer, the time I've been watching soccer, I haven't heard something scandalous of that sort where a president says, I'm going to kill you, or like presidents throwing a tantrum as if they were little kids going through looking for the referee officials for what? Like, I think that's just wrong. That's not justifiable.
Very childish too.
It is childish. I believe UEFA is actually looking into that. They're investigating that. Hopefully, he does get penalized for it, because I mean that's just makes the club look bad. The club already looks bad as it is, and then the president is out there throwing a tantrum like a little kid. Then I think that just makes the club look bad. All right, moving on from PSG Champions League overall. Having looked at tomorrow's actually the draw. Well, we're recording on like Thursday, so by the time I'll finish doing the editing and everything, it'll be Friday. So we won't, the draw would have already happened by now. At the time we publish this video, but we have Villarreal, we have Benfica, however you pronounce it. I don't know where the accent would go. You have City, Bayern, Real Madrid, Chelsea. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing some. Atletico and Liverpool. Those 8. Out of those 8, I don't think it's too soon to speculate. Who do you think has the opportunity or the largest chance of winning the Champions League at this stage? And why?
It comes down to a couple teams. I'd go with three teams, which are Manchester City, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich. Manchester City and Liverpool, for obvious reasons, they're the best players in their respective league, and there's even a title race going on now. Now that Liverpool beat Arsenal, but
like a point behind.
You can see their team there don't have many weaknesses. Maybe Liverpool have they don't have much depth in their squad, and Man City doesn't really have that problem. The problem with Man City is that every time they're in the Champions League, somehow I don't know if it's the club. Pep Guardiola they say that he overthinks his tactics and things like that. So that also makes a lot of people not favor Manchester City. But in my opinion, I'll favor them. Hopefully, I think Pep has finally done it too many times to not learn from his mistakes. And then there's also Bayern, that German powerhouse that you never want to underestimate that team, But for obvious reasons, also I have Bayern. They have a really good squad. Hopefully Lewandowski doesn't get injured again.
Yeah, last time whenever I had Bayern, was it last year? And PSG beat them, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's PSG beat them. Lewa was injured, Gnabry was injured. I believe Goretzka was injured too. Because first leg they did really good. After that they got injured. Second leg came around and PSG just beat them, if I'm not mistaken. But hopefully this time around, Bayern can actually go through. I mean, it is a tough one. I mean, I was talking to Jess about it. It's like Villarreal and Benfica. They kind of sort of the way into amongst giants. I mean, Villarreal and Benfica. I mean, anything can happen in Champions League, but I feel like they're the least favorable to win. I feel like it'll be pretty bad with them, but we'll see how that goes. Manchester United. Actually, we'll talk about that. I'm glad you reminded me about Manchester. Manchester United, they lost against Atletico. That one was a tough one, a tough match between the two, trying to see who to win. What do you think about that match? What do you think United has to work on? What do you think overall about the match?
Overall, another coin toss type of match. We didn't really know who's gonna win. A lot of people said Atletico. It was pretty even.
It was really even, yeah.
Maybe there's a bit of bias in me, but I thought they had the better squad, especially because Atletico's very mediocre in their league. Same with Manchester United, but Manchester United on paper looks much, much better than Atletico Madrid. So I thought after the Tottenham game, it boosts Manchester United's confidence to go in Old Trafford, their home, and get the dub, but get the win. But Atletico proved me otherwise wrong.
Yeah, I was surprised when I watched Atletico. I know Simeone loves to park that freaking bus. He loves to park the bus. But I know the first few, before the build up to the goal. I mean, even Joao Felix had a offside. He had offside on goal. But the build up of the goal, you see Atletico's attacking. Then you see how as soon as they score, they drop back. It's just that's the signature move or the signature tactic of Atletico. Do you see Atletico going far in the Champions League? How far do you see them going?
I think this next round is as far as they get. Hopefully they prove me wrong. That's what I think. I think Manchester United isn't really a team that you can prove that your team is worthy of winning the Champions League, And also about what Simeone did. A lot of people hate that tactic, but it's kind of. I respect it. You got to do what you got to do to win. Especially this is the biggest tournament for football, and like what one time Mourinho said that if you he was comparing a Ferrari with a trash car, and you got to do what you got to do to win. If they're gonna be in a race, he said that you got to put sugar inside his gas or something like that, and punch his tires or stuff like that. You got to do things to win. As long as it's not cheating, you can still win. That's what Atletico.
Cool, good stuff. Well, we'll see. I know by the time we upload this, unless I stay up all night and edit it, I'll see. But by the time we upload this, the draw will happen. I'm excited for it. Wait, what time is the draw? I don't remember.
It's like usually in the morning around
Oh, it's in the
6.
morning. Yeah, well, I know one time. I think it was last year. I don't know, or not so long ago. I remember the draw was pretty. Was it the draw for that? No, I think I'm confusing it with something else. I don't know, man, but I really appreciate you coming in, speaking about PSG, getting stuff off your chest. I know you wanted to get some of those things off your chest about PSG, Manchester United, and Champions League. Is there any last words, Abel, before I let you go?
No, from now on, I'm gonna just support.
Manchester City, because you're in Manchester. You're from Manchester.
Hopefully, Benfica get far. well, what's another underdog that's in
Villarreal? Oh, I consider Villarreal an underdog.
I'm a big fan of Pau Torres and Unai Emery. Hope they can get to the final, which I doubt. But
I mean, it could happen. I mean, you had Tottenham get to the final a few years ago. I mean, it's Champions League. Like, you had Lyon. They were in the semis, I believe. No, they beat City, and they were like in the semis. You had Ajax in the semis a few years ago. I mean, anything can happen, honestly. All right, Abel, man. I really appreciate you coming out, man. I'll let you guys go. To the fans of Foot Talk TV. Thank you for making it to the end. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you guys. And that would be it for now. I hope you guys have a good night or good evening, good morning, or whatever time you're watching this. Goodbye for now.